You can start now.
Thanks, Vernon. Greetings, people of the future. Welcome to another episode of VHS Rewind, the show where we unearth and revisit some precious relics of music past. And I'm very excited for this one because we're going to be talking about one of my favorite bands of all time, the very first VHS release from this band. We're going to be talking about the 1989 VHS release, Primer, from the band Living Colour.
Hi, we're Living Colour.
You gotta check this out. Has this ever happened to you? You're my idol! Living Colour! You're that band that does that song called The Personality. Yeah. Wow, you guys are great. Yeah. We love you guys. Yeah. Yes!
Now, this was released about a year after their first album, Vivid, came out, and Vivid was very successful. So, as you would normally see for successful bands, they got a home video release as well. And this one's pretty basic for what you would normally get from those releases, but for a first VHS release from a new band, it's pretty much exactly what you would want. It includes all of the music videos they had made up to that point, and you get to meet the band and they talk about the songs. And that's pretty much it, but it's 30 minutes and it gives you pretty much exactly what you want from a VHS release. So let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Middleman.
Middleman. Middleman. You ready yet?
So each segment essentially plays out where the band introduces the song for the video you're about to see and talks a little bit about it. And the very first video is for the song Middleman.
The song was originally a poem, which was originally, I don't want to depress you folks, but it was a suicide note. I'd originally written it to say, you won't have me to kick around anymore.
And that video is really your basic affair where you've got some footage of the band performing and a little bit of sort of like footage from out and about in the street and people around and kind of put together. And it's for a first video, I think it's really good. You get to see the band and you kind of get the vibe of what they're all about from that very first video.
What's your favorite color?
So now that you've gotten the vibe, it's time to meet the band, and you get introductions to each member of the band, starting with Will Calhoun.
William B. Calhoun, the Kingpin.
Calhoun is,
one of the funniest men that I know.
Just let him do his kung fu routine for you. You'll see what we're talking about.
Next up, one of my favorite vocalists of all time, Mr. Corey Glover.
Corey Glover. When I think of Corey, I think of Duracells. Very highly energetic guy.
As an artist, he brings such intensity to his work.
Corey Glover lives life large and to the fullest.
Amazing bassist Muzz Skillings.
Muzz Skillings, bassist. Muzzy.
Muzz thinks, acts, does everything one step removed from everyone else.
He's not bugged, he's not a dust patient or anything like that, but it's just a very different frame of mind.
And finally, the man himself, one of my favorite guitarists ever, Mr. Vernon Reid.
Ah, yes, Vernon Reid.
He looks at things differently from most people because I think he thinks a lot.
Just watch his face, and he does nothing but absorb himself into the music.
Next up is the video for the smash hit song that put him on the map.
Cult
of
Personality.
Special.
The song is about people who negate their personal beliefs to follow someone else's.
A leader speaks to you and tries to sway your thoughts.
Famous or infamous, the process by which it happens is the same.
A Stalin or a Mussolini or a Kennedy or
Spuds MacKenzie. All of a sudden, this dog, Spuds MacKenzie, is like, you know, an 80s thing that when we look back at the 80s, one of the things you're going to see is Spuds MacKenzie. And that's kind of sad when you really think about it.
I'm not sure how many of you out there actually remember Spuds MacKenzie, but I certainly do. I don't think it's necessarily as tied to the 80s as they expected, but it's definitely an iconic image of the time, especially if you grew up then. I mean, he was a spokes dog for a beer, and even I, as a kid, had merch for Spuds MacKenzie. So, I mean, I guess that's something to be said for the scope of that marketing campaign. But then you get the video for Cult of Personality, which is iconic at this point. I'm sure everyone out there has already seen it. If you haven't, why are you watching me? Go watch the video for Cult of Personality. And unfortunately, I'm not playing the music videos here because I don't want to deal with any copyright issues. And so, unfortunately, you're going to have to search those out yourself. But they are right here on YouTube, so go check them out. Next up is the music video for the song Funny Vibe.
Funny vibe! Ever get into an elevator and
someone starts clutching their handbag?
ever walk into a store and have the security guard follow you around?
Have you ever gone to a basketball court just to watch a game, and just because you happen to be of a different complexion, they think you can play like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
There are a lot of ways that the funny vibe can be spread.
This is actually one of my favorite videos of theirs because it is such an unfiltered social commentary throughout the video, and the band never appears at all. They may show up very quickly, but just in remembering the video, I don't think you see them at all. It's all about the message and the subject matter of the song, which for that particular song, it's absolutely appropriate.
Folks, you're in for a treat.
And you know what? Muzz is right. You are in for a treat because, yes, the footage for the song Broken Hearts is live, not the studio version. So you know what? Here you go. Let's just watch the entire live performance of the song Broken Hearts.
I know you don't believe, but I care about you. And I never meant to do those things I did to hurt you. Come on! That funky feeling, oh, that funky feeling, y'all. Go ahead, young man. Come on, come on, come on. All the party people out there, say yeah. All the party people out there, say hell yeah. Thank you very much.
Such a fucking great live band. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that performance of Broken Hearts. And that leads us to the last video of this particular VHS.
Open letter to a landlord. People still haven't gotten it clear that everybody has to have a place to live.
Neighborhoods are very fragile environments, and they're threatened, basically, by the fact that land means money. And people basically don't care about the corner grocer or the ballpark, you know, when they can make like $1 million.
Wherever you're watching this video cassette, wherever you are, this is happening in your hometown.
Now you can tear a building down. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Open Letter to a Landlord is the last music video, and amazing song. And the music video is got some footage of the band, and at the same time it's got some footage out in the world of some torn down buildings and run down neighborhoods and some homeless people. And once again, it's appropriate for the subject matter of the song. And that's the thing about Living Colour, is that they had something to say with pretty much everything that they did. And whenever they had a chance to do a video representation for that, it fit right in. So it's, you know, some bands make videos where sometimes it takes away from what the song is about when you actually watch the video, but in the case of Living Colour, that is absolutely never the case. And then after that video finishes, it's straight to rolling the credits. I mean, that's all she wrote for this one. So that's Primer from 1989. As usual, let's take a look at the video cassette there. There you go. Yeah, so if you're a Living Colour fan and you haven't seen this, it's a lot of fun. Go seek it out. I'm pretty sure there's probably some sort of full-ish version out there you can find on the internet. Maybe with the songs, maybe without. I don't fucking know. I just play it safe. But they did one more VHS the year after in 1990, and who knows, if you guys are really nice, maybe I will do another episode in the future talking about that video release. But unfortunately, that's all I have to say for Primer. Not a lot more you can say about Living Colour. If you know, you know. If you don't, get out there and find out. All right, so that's the end of this episode of VHS Rewind. I'm heading on back to the past. You guys enjoy yourselves and have a great future.